listening to the Sinister Dreamcast Network.
You're listening to Toxic Volume with Ed and Zara.
Hello, it's Zara again.
And Ad again.
And today's going to be a special edition episode about the election, thoughts, and everything surrounding it.
Yep. And to start things off, Trump is our presidential elect. How do you feel about that? It's like a nervous laugh, you know?
Yeah. It's happening. I don't feel great about it, but it's happening. We're here.
Yeah, my first thoughts were like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? I'm so confused. I thought Hillary was gonna win. Like, what?
It was just like, you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And then you're like, oh, what?
You're like, excuse me? But yeah, where were you when, during the election night?
Well, I watched it from the ye old home. But I had a lot of screens up. My computer had a live stream, and then my TV was switching between like CNN and MSNBC.
It was weird because each channel had a different number, so it was very
Yeah.
confusing at one point. It was like,
I think because like CNN updates like rapid fire, kind of like Twitter.
yeah, and it was
So-
like some were behind, some were ahead, and I was like,
Yeah.
who's winning? It was so weird. No, but yeah, I went to YouTube Space in New York for the Flex the Vote thing for Complex Magazine. It was like a recap show. They had like an audience of millennials there, about maybe like 50 or something. And the crowd was constantly changing. People were coming in and out because there was like a party in the back. But anyway, they had the prompters with the numbers, and I was just like sitting there like, okay. At first, Hillary was winning, and like she was in the lead, and everyone was happy. Like, you know, the atmosphere was really good.
Yeah.
People were drinking, people were eating salad and brownies and stuff. And then at one point, like, the host is actually, like, he breaks character. Like, he like, breaks his cool, and he's like, I'm actually scared. He tells the viewers that he's actually scared on the stream. And I'm like, oh, my God. And there I am on the prompter just, like, staring and looking at my face. And, like, I'm so scared. I was like, oh, it was so crazy. It was so bad. It was bad.
It was like, it definitely was like, as soon as he got to like 190, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. And I guess we're just all in shock because everyone thought Hillary was going to win. I mean, she,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I'm going to speak for myself, is the better qualified person for the job because you have
Well-
Trump and he's just kind of like a joke. To me,
I mean,
he's like a
technically
joke.
she is. She's been in politics since like forever.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, oh, let me run for president. What?
Very weird. And it seems like the Electoral College thought differently.
Yeah.
And the nation was the total opposite of that. Everybody was upset when this happened.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. Like, when I
Like-
found out, I started crying.
As soon as the fucking results happened, all of the, like, the college kids were just outside, like, fucking...
Protesting right away.
It was so crazy, because it reminded me of, like, I don't know, like, your hometown winning the Super Bowl or something, but, like, this was because of, like, the popular vote was not for you.
I mean, everyone's mad. And even at YouTube Space, it was a full house of Democrats. It was just obvious there was not a Republican in the room.
Yeah.
So the party ended at around midnight, and the election, like this specific election, went on till like 4 a.m. Is it just me, or what? Did it?
It was
take
really long. It was really long.
I don't
like,
remember that like ever.
No. Even for Bush, it wasn't that long. Like, and he didn't win the popular vote either.
Yeah. But I feel maybe because this race was a little tight, like, I don't know. Maybe they were just, like, trying to make sure, like, be extra cautious of, like, everything. I don't know, but it really took long because when I left the Google building, I went to a bar because I was like, you know what? We need to find a TV. I can't go home. I don't want to be, like, in a cab missing everything. We get to the bar, and, like, it's around 4 a.m., and then I don't know if it was that time, but it felt, like, really freaking late. Trump comes on, and he's like...
No, it was late.
Oh, Hillary congratulated me, and I was like, this is not happening. This is a movie.
Like, MSNBC was like, he's the president-elect.
Yeah, that's another thing. Even broadcasters and just people on the news and reporters, they were like that one reporter, she was like, you know, you're not in hell. This is real. This is your life. This is...
Yeah.
This is really happening.
But I mean, like, shouldn't that be a problem in itself when, like, a newscaster brings in the, president-elect like that?
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Like,
there was no confetti.
None.
You're just like, really,
not a
guys?
single piece of paper.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, and I don't understand. I mean, and, like, I get we have the Electoral College and everything, but don't you pay attention to what your nation wants? Like, it's clear.
Yeah, it's like, you may want this guy in office for, like, whatever. I feel like it's honestly, the Republicans were, like, so afraid of losing power that they're like, no, we gotta fix stuff. Like, because they're weird like that. Like, honestly, like, the Republican Party, as far as, like, Congress and, like, the government related, I feel like they are so afraid of, like, not being the top party or whatever anymore.
They're all old, angry people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, because now all of the government is basically Republican except for people that are already there.
You know what it is? It's, the government's really full of outdated people. They're not thinking about...
everyone, yeah.
Like, things change, including, like, the way people are. Like, how we have all the LGBTQ, like, people are just, like, they're more out there. We're more comfortable with who we are in our own skin. We're more comfortable about religion. We're more comfortable just by like, being surrounded by different people. And people in the government right now, they're there till they die, basically. They're old farts.
Oh, yeah.
And they're conservative, and they're just, like, no, like, they're just stuck in the olden days. And they can't bring the olden days to the new age because it's just, it doesn't match up. It's not the same thing.
Well, like, Congress is what, until you're 75? Like, are you serious?
No, we need these people. I feel like I won't see a real rational change in our nation until all those old farts are gone and we have people like the millennials in there.
That's why you always see all these changes happening state by state, because those have to be more frequent.
Yeah, because we
changes.
have middle America that's just, like, stuck in the olden days.
Like, it's crazy. I was just like, how did you...
I don't know.
Why?
Also, celebrities have been reacting just the same as everybody else, because we have Lady Gaga. As soon as it happened, she got a truck and started protesting around New York City because she was upset.
Like, as soon as I got on Facebook, as soon as I got on Facebook, there was, like, a post, like, oh, she's gonna protest tonight, and I was like, wait, that happened so fast.
That was
what?
Fast. Yeah, because she literally left the Javits Center. She was there with Katy Perry and, like, some other people. She left, and right away, she was on, like, 42nd Street. She was everywhere. I'm so mad that I didn't see her because my drunk ass was on 42nd Street pissed off. I was trying to get home.
Even Madonna just walked into, like, the middle of a protest. And
that was the next day. Madonna just walked into a protest and just, it was like the one.
I mean, a lot of people are. She did, T.I. did, Josh Hutcherson, there's so many people that have just been like, yeah, hi. Like,
yeah, because when Obama was elected, people were pissed about it, but not enough to be, like, protesting and trash fires and breaking windows and diners and stuff.
It also wasn't like there's even, like, other countries protesting in our name or, like, doing things that are in, like, solidarity with how we feel right now. Like,
Yeah, there's like countries that are looking at us and shaking their heads like, "Oh my gosh, you guys, that sucks."
yeah, like, I feel so bad. And it's like, how do you not see that as a problem? Like,
It's a huge problem. Like, it's just really scary. And there's a lot of people saying that they want to move to Canada. Like, apparently Canada's the website for, what was that? What am I trying to say?
oh, their immigration.
Their immigration thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was locked down. Like, there was too many people using it at once, because that's how like people feel. They just want to like leave.
It was crazy,
America
though.
now.
It was like as soon as like the vote started getting more and more for Trump, that's when it started crashing.
That's so funny. Like, oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about it.
I mean, dual citizenship sounds fire, so.
Hell yeah, and they have like free healthcare and it's beautiful over there. Like, have you
Yeah.
seen Canada? Oh, we should just move there. Like, let's pack our bags.
Honestly, catch a flight, get my passport ready.
I know. It's funny because my like boss was like, "Yeah, we're thinking about going to California. I mean, California to Canada." And I was like, okay.
Yeah, like, alright.
But also, speaking of California, they're thinking about like distancing themselves. This is the second time or something that they're thinking about this.
The Cal exit thing.
Cal exit, yeah, hashtag Cal exit. That is so crazy that like you pissed off your nation so much that an entire state wants to just run away from you.
And I mean, it's California, so I'm not surprised. They're like pretty progressive for the most part.
California has enough people to be like its own thing. Like, apparently their population is more or just the same as Poland or something like that. So, I mean, I would go to California too. I mean, I love it there.
I mean, yeah, even, did you see Miley Cyrus's video?
Yeah, she was crying her eyes out.
I was like, oh, why?
I mean, I did the same thing. As soon as I wasn't expecting to cry. I really wasn't. I never cried over anything like this. I've never been this into politics. I think it's because I'm a little bit older now. But I bawled my eyes out because I immediately had a fear of like, oh my gosh, am I going to lose my women's rights? Like everything.
What's that too? I think it's because like everyone who is at least a millennial and younger is old enough to really, really be into it and pay attention.
Right. We're all
so like, it's like, oh, fuck. Like,
because you don't know what's gonna happen. This guy is unpredictable. Even though he's saying like what he's gonna do and all these things are terrible things, and he's also going back on things now because apparently he met with President Obama and he was like saying that he was going to go back on some stuff, but that makes him unpredictable. It's like, make up your mind. Are you going to do it? Are you not going to do it? We don't
But then it's like his opinions on certain policies, like we were reading yesterday, like they sound so like, some of them sound like such empty sentences that you're like, I don't want to have to do a riddle to figure out what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, and then after that, like, the first 24 hours of this, all hell broke loose. People are coming out from the freaking holes that they were hiding in and saying they're racist, the KKK, they're supporting the KKK, they're celebrating, and it's like, what?
It's really bad. But,
it's
like,
weird.
I just don't get it. Like, it's like, so you want to now... Like, obviously there's people who were racist and they just weren't, like, you know, in your face about it or whatever. But, like, why do you think because of one guy who's elected, you can now be the supreme asshole that you've always wanted to be?
You know what? I'm not the biggest Trump supporter, but I do feel bad because I don't think he expected this to happen.
No.
Like, when he decided to run, I didn't think he thought, okay, when I run, everyone's gonna come out and be racist again, and the KKK is
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
a thing again, and blah blah blah. I don't think he expected that, so that's like the one thing I feel very bad about, and I think he really needs to speak out and tell people to chill
Yeah.
out, because he's not associated with that stuff.
Like, I feel bad for him in the sense of, like, okay, you're elected, and everyone's like, we don't fucking want you. Like,
That sucks too,
yeah.
because you want supporters, and you have the entire nation against you at this point, besides the electoral college. But yeah, it's so crazy. People are like ripping headdresses off of people. There's some people are saying that they shouldn't wear their headdresses outside because they're scared to get killed.
Yeah.
Like, what? We should not be living in a nation where we are afraid to walk around, no matter who you are, what you look like, what your religion is. We should not be afraid to walk around in the street.
Yeah. Like, I saw that one post, some girl, her mom was like, yeah, don't wear your hijab today. And it was like, are you kidding? Like,
that's so messed up. That's so unfair. It really is. This is America, and we are doing the most un-American things. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so back to celebrities reacting, though. Did you see Marilyn Manson's video
I did.
for Say 10?
He is life. I love him.
Yeah, disclaimer, like, we both have the biggest crush on Marilyn Manson. He is, like, the sexiest. I think he's so hot.
He's adorable. Like, what the fuck?
Marilyn Manson never changes. He made, he had, like, a teaser, because I don't think it was the full video, right?
No.
It was, like...
Yeah, it was just a
half minute
teaser.
only. And it's him being all Marilyn Manson, and then boom, all of a sudden he takes a knife and he chops off Donald Trump's head, and then, I mean, you don't really see that it's Donald Trump's head, but you know it is because it's his suit with the red tie,
yeah,
bleeding on the floor with no head. What?
True Marilyn Manson fashion. I'm living.
Damn, like, he really expressed his feelings for this. That's crazy, though. Like,
yeah.
do you think that when Trump is in office that there's a possibility that he might get, like, assassinated? Like, I don't know if I should be saying that, but...
I don't know. But did you hear, though, there's been, like, I don't know if these are, like, true or not, but the one rumor was he's been saying it's going to be a good 2 years a lot.
I don't get that.
And then the other one is he only wants to stay in the Oval Office part-time.
I mean, he has an amazing apartment that's got, like, 24 karat gold floors or whatever the hell.
That is so
it's
obnoxious.
so luxurious, and I get it. It's kind of like, I mean, I get it in the sense where, okay, I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be brought into a new place. But, like, you're the president, and it should be an honor to stay in the White House, don't you think?
I mean, like, I feel like, not for nothing, I feel like it's kind of gonna be, like, when my parents are talking about people tried to assassinate Reagan, like, when he first came in office, it might be like that.
It's scary for him, too, because...
Yeah.
His vice president of choice is not the best either. Because he's super old-fashioned. He's super conservative. He believes in, like, gay people having a mental issue.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, what the hell?
Like, let's electrocute gay people straight. That makes sense. Like,
I know. Let's try to convert them back. Like, he believes in that. That's so crazy. That is
like, we might as well just bring back lobotomy at that point.
That's psychotic. I'm sorry. And I don't think I feel comfortable with him being my president if something were to happen to Trump, if he, like,
I know,
got impeached, or he, God forbid, is, like, assassinated, because it seems like everyone hates him.
My thing is, though, what if they both got impeached? It's just it's
just going to keep going on and on. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be Republican. Everyone is Republican in the House right now.
But, I mean, I feel like I'd rather skip them both and then, like, in the event if Donald Trump ever was deceased for any reason, I'd rather just skip Pence. Like,
I know. Like, take him with you. No, I don't want to say that. I feel really bad saying that, but I'm only mentioning it because people are this angry, and I've actually heard people in the street, like when I was walking out and I was trying to get my drunk ass home, I was hearing people's side comments, people saying, "Oh, he needs to die," and I'm like, "Damn, like that really sucks."
I mean,
you run for president, people want you dead.
Unfortunately, you have to think about that because that's reality because of how upset people are.
It's really scary. But we have one celebrity who is okay and happy with it, and that's Azalea Banks, you guys. Why does this not surprise me?
I want to root for her, but every time I get good with her, she just says something that's so out of the loop.
What was it that she said? She said something like,
okay,
Trump is
so there was 2 comments. The first 2, well, 3 technically, if you want to be technical. The first one was like, Trump is my hero, and basically her celebrating him. I mean, before I get to the third one, I just want to know your thoughts on the first 2.
Well, I'm not surprised because this is another person who's unpredictable because she's kind of up and down. She's been up and down since forever. I mean, a long time ago when I used to work for these 2 fashion designers, they did one of her, I think it was like her second music video. They did the clothes for that video. And that's when I first heard about her. I thought her music was dope. Her music is dope. Like,
yeah, it's good.
It's very good. And I know people who went to school with her because she went to school in Manhattan, but it's like, I want to root for her because she's a fellow New Yorker and because her music is dope. And I like it, but she says these things that just, like, makes no sense. She's kind of crazy. Like, when she was bashing Zayn, you know?
Oh,
like,
God. What, wasn't she, like, thirsty for him before that, though?
She was complimenting him, yeah. Like, she was kind of fangirling a little bit. And then all of a sudden, I think he said something that wasn't even about her, and she thought it was about her, and he was like, I don't even know who she is. And then she, like, she said some racial slurs towards him. But yeah,
you know what it was?
Kind of nuts, yeah.
Remember that video where she had, like, I think red contacts?
Mm-hmm.
And then he did that video where he had contacts, and then, like, I guess the video was similar, but he truly didn't know who she was, because he's not really in that crowd musically.
He's also, like, in the UK, right? It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she said that he was copying her or something like that.
And it's just, like, even if she was the inspo, like, maybe his design team took inspo from that, I feel like he really didn't have anything to do with that.
That's true. I agree. But anyway, what was the next thing that she said?
So then she went back on everything. And said it was because I don't want this, I think it was true pay to pay. Guys, our president because women's rights.
You see, that's what I mean. A really good example of her being back and forth like that is, you know, she's very, like, Black Power, and then all of a sudden she's like, you know, I'm bleaching my skin lighter, but she made fun of people who did that before. Like, she made fun of light-skinned African Americans who thought they were better than everybody, and then, like, now, like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's weird.
She's kind of weird, yeah.
Like, sure, you could be Black Power and want to bleach your skin, but, like, don't kind of forget that beforehand you were like, light-skinned people, privilege, and blah, 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 blah. Which, like, not for nothing is true, depending on the situation, especially in Hollywood. But
it's a little weird. It's a little weird. But we should probably also talk about the fact that I think it was 15,000 people or more voted for Harambe, a dead gorilla, for president.
It boggles my mind that thousands of people woke up, got out of their bed, took a shower, and went, let me go vote for a dead animal.
Mm-hmm. That and D's nuts. Remember I made that D's nuts joke last time on the podcast? Yeah. And people actually voted for him. What?
Like...
It's a meme. Like, why are you doing that? That's, like really weird.
This is why, though, like, also, this is why people don't take younger people seriously anymore. Like, not too often.
Yeah, like, you want to say that we are the most overworked generation and we deserve this, this, and this, but then you do something like that.
It's like, you wonder why they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. It's not. I can't believe people did that. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I can't believe. You know what it is, too? This generation, they didn't think that their votes counted. So they kind of just were like, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
And that's been an ongoing problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just now, this is the election where it really, really mattered. And people are kind of coming to terms with that. Unfortunately, it's only right now. But, I mean, there's also Katy Perry donated to Planned Parenthood.
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the whole...
Katy Perry is an angel. She is like Hillary Clinton's number one fan. Like, have you seen her wardrobe?
Yeah.
Lately? She's got like the Nasty Woman shirt, which I want somebody to get that for me for Christmas.
I need that shirt. Please.
I know, right? And she had the cape thingy or drape or whatever that said, I'm with Madam President. In huge lettering, like all down her back. And then she has a dress with an H on it that's red, white, and blue. I mean,
yeah,
she's awesome though. I think she donated $10,000 to Planned Parenthood because this is something that we need to keep. And I don't know why, you know, people are always saying, you know, two things that you don't talk about at a bar, that's politics and abortion. But I'm so open to talk about abortion because I mean, I don't know. It's just,
it depends on, like, I feel like for me, and this will probably extend to you too, like, because of the kind of communities we've, like, belonged to as far as, like, friend circles and etc., there hasn't been stigma for that kind of thing.
right.
So we're just kind of like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, I think in his 60 Minutes thing, he talked about it.
oh, God.
Saying that people thought that he was going to take it away, and now he's kind of like backing up on it, but then he wants to say something like, I'm going to leave it to the states. So if your state doesn't want it, then they're not going to have it.
It's really weird, because the way he worded it, you kind of had to listen to it 3 times. And it's like,
he's doing that like shuffle thing. Where he like
it's
wants
a thing
you
where
to
he doesn't
think
really
about
answer the question. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's just going to come down, not even state level. I think state will end up pushing it down to local, individual, like, cities and counties.
See, this is bad.
Yeah. Because I could see it happening that way just because people don't like the controversy that comes with either approving or denying abortion. Because, like, I don't know why, but people think, the mark is, like, 5 months, isn't it? And then after that, it has to be a medical reason.
It's around 23 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, after that, it has to be a medical reason because you might die, first of all, unless you're actually dying.
Yeah, because sometimes pregnancy can affect the woman.
Yeah.
You know, like, her life could be in danger or something like that. And these are reasons why we would need, like, termination. But I think the reason why this is such a huge scare for everyone is because if we were not to have abortion in every state, people would have to go to another state to get it done, which is a bitch to do. And he even said it on his 60 Minutes thing. He was like, oh, well, people will have to go to another state. He literally said that.
That's
what he wants.
Insane to me.
And then on top of that, there's going to be more crime because people are just going to, like, be doing this illegally to help others. And people are going to be doing it themselves, which will cause death. Because if you do it wrong, you're fucked and you're going to bleed to death. Like, it's just going to be too much.
He's set back as far as, like, reproductive rights. I feel like that just put us back 20 plus years.
Well, yeah.
If it actually goes through, put it that way.
Exactly. It's bad. It's very freaking bad.
Like, I mean, that whole 60 minutes thing, like, oh my god.
I mean, while I was watching, I couldn't stop staring at his family. They look like the family from The Purge. Like, have you seen those memes?
I'm sorry, his son, I think he is so unattractive. Like
Which one? I mean, like, he has 3 sons. He has 2 older ones and
well, the youngest one's too young, but like
yeah, but
the older ones, I'm like, ugh.
they just look scary. They look like they're
Yeah.
devious. Like, I was actually watching. You know what? I was watching. Right after the election, ABC had a documentary on him, like a little thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching it, and there's so many interviews of him saying that he's a winner. He's a winner. Blah,
Oh,
blah.
God.
It's all about winning. Like, he told a story to Barbara Walters about how when he was younger, he told his brother to give him his building blocks. He built something. He loved it so much. He glued them together, and he was like, well, see, I won, or whatever. Like, that's what I mean by
What?
winning. Like,
What the
he
hell?
stole his brother's blocks and never gave them back. Like, that just describes Trump, you know? And I want to ask you, do you think that his whole view on winning is the reason why he wanted to try and be president, and the fact that he won is the only reason why he wanted to do it, was because he wanted to prove a point that he's always a winner?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, put it that way.
Because this is like the ultimate thing in life right now. Like,
Because,
as
like,
American,
to be
a president.
honest, at this point, after this, nothing surprises me anymore. Like,
Yeah, because some people are saying, you know, he started it as a joke, and then he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go with it.
I mean, the awesome part is there are so many freaking memes, and I cannot handle it.
I
Like,
love the one that's like, it's Joe Biden and Obama, and Joe's like, I'm not giving them the Wi-Fi, and Obama's like, Joe, and he's like, I said what I said. That's my favorite one right now.
I love the one that's like, what if we take all the batteries out of the remotes before we leave? And it's like Obama, like, Joe, we can't. And then Joe, we could cut all the cords.
Oh my gosh, it's because their faces are priceless. Like, when you capture the perfect face, like, even if it's
Yes.
not really what they're thinking, people just go crazy. Have you seen?
I love the ones
Oh yeah,
that are
go.
like, it's like Joe Biden looking out the window. There are so many
Oh
memes
my
of that
God.
picture.
I know. Did you see the one with young Joe Biden? And it's like, I will have sex with Joe Biden at 1:00 in the morning or something. 'Cause he's,
Okay,
like, really
honestly
hot.
though, young Joe Biden is fucking hot. Like,
I know. I mean, he's a really good looking man right now. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, it,
it's like, wow,
Him
I'm
and
not
Obama.
surprised. Like,
I
I'm not
have,
surprised
crushes
that
on
you
both
look
of them.
good. Like,
Yeah, but these memes are just so funny. Do you know of any other ones? I'm trying to think.
there's one that's like, oh boys, cars here, quick, let's all hide.
Oh, wait, there's another one I just thought of. Okay, did you see the picture of everyone at the White House standing outside waiting for Trump to come in? And they're all like upset or terrified looking, and they compared it to the picture of everyone in Harry Potter when Voldemort was coming. Did you see that? Did you see it? If you didn't, I have to. Oh my God, I have to show you later. I'm gonna show you. It's so funny because it looks identical. It's
I can
so
like
funny.
picture that in my head already, though.
It's messed up. Like, the way the world is now, there's like a meme for everything. There's so many like out there. But you know, also Saturday Night Live happened. Didn't we talk about that last time? That Dave Chappelle was
No,
gonna
no,
be
yeah.
on
Well,
it?
we talked about it happening.
Yeah. So you went to a Saturday Night Live screening, didn't you?
I did.
How was that?
That was pretty fire. As soon as I had, like, they had so many songs playing, I was just like, I'm drunk as fuck. Disclaimer, guys, we're over 21, by the way. Like,
They had Dave Chappelle come out. Like, you know, they do the monologue thing in the beginning.
yeah.
So he did one, and it was obviously political because of when he's on the show. And he was like, for the first time in history, we've elected 2 colored presidents, one black and one orange. Oh my god.
I was living. That monologue was like...
It was funny.
It
But
was my fave.
he did get some backlash because, there's crazy people out there.
I
was watching it actually on YouTube because I missed it. But there's people in the comments that are like, oh, it's okay for him to talk about white people and not be racist, but if a white person talks about black people, they're racist. What do you think about that statement?
It's like, first of all, I hate when people give comedians shit, especially about things they're gonna make fun about. Mm-hmm. Like, comedians are gonna have material for the next 4 years. I'm sorry. Like,
of course.
So, like, I honestly, it's hilarious to me because, like, his job is to be funny and poke fun at everything, even if it's satirical.
That's what comedians do, though. They're here to make you laugh. They're here to get your mind off of things. So what they do is they take a shit situation and they try to make it funny as well as they can. And that's what he did. And it was freaking hilarious. Even the band in the background was cracking up.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. And then they had, like, a skit, like an election night skit with, they had, like, 3 friends in an apartment, and then he was there, and he was, like, the only black one. And he was just, like, making fun of, like, their comments, because they were like, oh, my gosh, this is, like, the worst thing that America has ever done. And Chris Rock was there, and he looks at Chris Rock, and he's like, yeah, because this is the worst thing America's ever done.
I was dying, because the look they did was, like, such perfect timing. It was just like, yeah, okay.
They were breaking character, which is my favorite thing on Saturday Night Live since it's live, when they just, like, crack up naturally. Oh my god, that just makes it even more funny. But it's true, like, this is not the worst thing that's happened to America, because there's things in the past, like slavery and stuff like that has happened, and those are pretty bad things. We're just trying to not repeat history, which is why everyone's so afraid.
Literally. I'd be like, do you guys remember what you did to Sacagawea? Or, like...
Hello, Christopher Columbus. We celebrate Columbus Day, and it's really not something to celebrate.
My thing is, he didn't even really discover America. Like...
That's, like, another thing. Like, this whole... People are saying that Hillary supporters are whining. Oh. And that we just need to get over it and deal with it. And it's like...
My thing is, though, it's feel like, because of how people think about millennials, us protesting, or whoever the age is, just the protest as a whole are lumped to, they're being whiny, and they're in the let's give everyone a trophy generation, so of course they're going to be like that.
But what's wrong about sticking together?
But, like, back when you were protesting Vietnam and whoever... It was okay, so I'm not allowed to do it because you don't like me. Like,
I mean, didn't you attend something over the weekend, like a vigil or something?
Oh yeah, I went to, like, a peaceful protest, which was pretty dope.
Those are nice.
I feel like peaceful protest. Why are you mad about it? Why do you think it's, like, a terrible thing? Like, if protest didn't do anything, we wouldn't be here. As far as, like, the progression of rights. Mm-hmm. Like, sure, it may have taken some time, but don't you have them now? Like,
New York City doesn't play. They were right outside of Trump Tower. There's one by my house. It's like one of the most famous ones because it's by the Globe, and everyone was outside his parking lot chanting "Fuck Trump," "Pussy bites back" or whatever, fights back or whatever. I don't know. It was crazy.
So what's his tallest one? Is that his tallest one?
I'm not sure. I don't really give a fuck to know. I don't know.
Like, I know he has so many, but I think his first one's the tallest one. I don't remember.
Yeah, but the one that I'm talking about, like, that's the one where Lady Gaga was at, because she went out again, like, that first time she went out again, and yeah, everyone was outside with their signs, and I don't know, it's crazy, and they can't kick people out because they're not doing anything wrong. They're just standing in front of it. I mean,
But I mean,
they're not vandalizing it.
No.
I'm not surprised people aren't like going there at like 4 a.m. a weird ass time of night to freaking spray paint. Fuck you on it.
I
'cause,
know.
New Yorkers are. They're nuts. But yeah, I mean, there's also a petition right now. It's the Electoral College Make Hillary Clinton President on December 19th. Now, what that is, if no one's heard of it, it says, it's actually on change.org, okay? And it says, on December 19th, the electors of the Electoral College will cast their ballots. If they all vote the way their state voted, Donald Trump will win.
Yeah.
However, we all can vote for Hillary if they choose, okay? If they want to, they can change that. And then Hillary would be the elect. That is crazy because, like, I never knew that.
Yeah. So, for people who don't really get this, her conceding, even in the event that it would change, which, unfortunately, I don't think it will, she can still be president-elect if they choose to switch their ballot. Now, depending by state, I know there's, like, a fine or something.
Yeah, it says even in states where that is not allowed, their vote will still be counted. They would simply pay a small fine, and then it says, which we can be sure Clinton supporters will be glad to pay.
I mean, probably, you know.
How much?
But yeah, because this is why Obama's still the president until January 20th, because their real official, I guess, final count is December 19th.
That's so weird. Now, like, what do you think would happen if that happened?
I think there would be protests again, but it's not going to be, it would be like, people protested when Bush, people protested for Obama, but it wasn't how it is right now. It wasn't.
What would these protests look like? People coming out of their middle America homes with pitchforks doing what?
Well, no, it was like the protests that are right now, but like even I think inaugural day, there was a lot of protesters that day when Bush was like sworn in and stuff. But it was kind of crazy, but it wasn't like every single day after Bush was elected there was protest, because there's like the difference between like Bush and Obama versus Trump is like he wasn't catering to supporters that fuck with people's lives. And like Obama's was simply, he's this biracial man who, you know how racists are. Like,
but I don't think it's gonna be as crazy because there's more people. How can I say this? There's more Hillary supporters who are for the nation than haters. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like Trump people, because I don't think these people will go out and protest the way we're protesting. I honestly don't think they give a fuck that much.
Because like there's not so much at stake with Hillary being president versus Trump, because Trump is like basically trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like,
no matter what, if Hillary's president, these rich people are still gonna be rich. So that's why I don't think it's gonna change anything for them, period.
That's why it's like, because I feel like the other difference is the other people our last two presidents were so qualified, even if one was a goofball. Like,
I mean, the view on tax rates, what do you think about that? Because we have rich people saying that they shouldn't be paying taxes, or they don't want to pay taxes.
I don't really get that. It's like, well, you make so much money. What is paying some taxes on it really going to do to you? You have so many things you can write off anyway. You'll be fine. Like,
I mean, I understand because, yeah, it does suck to get money taken out of my paycheck and put into things that don't, like, not everything that goes to me. Like, yeah, that really sucks. Like, I would love to get my full check. But if you think about the things that it's going to, like, it's going to education, it's going to health insurance, it's going to things that you as a human should be okay with because it's good things. These are
It's
good
just like
things.
the problem with it is there's such a gap. It's like, okay, if I made 845, I'm not gonna have that many taxes. But if I'm making 10, it's gonna be like the same as me making 845. Like that's the problem I have as far as
Well,
like
that's
getting
the
taxes taken
problem
out.
richer people have. They don't think that they should be paying more taxes because they make more money.
Well, I mean, that's how it works for everyone from poor to upper middle class, so.
Yeah, because I used to make
Like,
a buttload of money a month, and I was getting a ton of money taken out, and I was like getting
yeah.
really pissed off. But like, it's just funny how they're trying to find ways to not pay their taxes too, which is like.
But it's like, as far as like, at least from like celebrities or like filmmakers and stuff, you have everything you do could be a tax write off. Like, every single thing you do, because you need that for your image, for like, whatever the case may be.
Imagine
like,
how much they get back.
yeah.
'Cause
Like,
little old
yeah.
me gets like 4,000.
Like,
Imagine how much they get back.
Like, are you serious? Like, you're gonna get so much money back anyway, and you just want to be complaining about paying more per paycheck. Like, my thing is, it's like, and there's different rules because they're technically freelance as a base.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's different rules anyway. So, like, why would you be mad about that? Like, you're still gonna get money back at the end of the day.
Yeah, random thought though. Like, how do you feel about people who voted for a third party?
My stance on it is at least you voted. Like, the only thing that truly annoys me is like the whole Harambe thing, and
Yeah.
like because that's what that person was never on the ballot. It's not even a person; it's a gorilla. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I got into a little heated argument with my friend because she voted for Jill Stein, and like, I get it. Like, you have the right to vote for whoever you want.
yeah,
But part of me knows that people voted third party because they were like, I don't like any of them, so I'm just going to pick a random person who's not either of them.
oh yeah. Like,
That's what I have a problem with. Like, people just do stuff
if
like
your
that.
reason is to be a rebellious, random thing, then that's a little annoying too. Like, if you truly wanted to vote third party because that's who you liked, more power to you. Like, but I mean, like, okay, this 60 minutes thing though, like, it's been in my head for so long, but how did you feel about the whole thing overall though? Like, when you finally finished the episode, like,
The 60 minutes thing?
yeah.
I feel the same, really. There's nothing that's going to convince me that this man is qualified, period.
Well, I mean, like, that was kind of like a really vague question, but I mean more so of like, specifically with the things that more affect people's lives. Like, do
Well,
you think he's going to be able to pass those things the way he wants to?
I don't know. I feel like it can go both ways. I feel like he might be able to just because of the people that are backing him up. They think the same as him, which is very scary. And then I think there's another side where people are like, Trump, are you crazy?
Yeah.
We're not voting for that. We're going to veto that right quick. That's another thing. And also, the whole thing with the wall, he was also talking about deporting immigrants who are criminals. But my question is, what is a crime to you? Because it could be like something minor. Like, what if it's something they were doing to help their family, like selling weed or something? And he's going to be like, oh, that's a crime. You committed a crime. Like,
his statement on his website was like, I want to deport all illegal immigrants that are like drug dealers, gang members,
current though, or
like gang leaders.
in it?
I don't know, but like gang leaders, I guess, like anyone who's like a danger to society, as far as like really really violent and like other stuff like that. But it is it's kind of a vague statement to say when, like, what level of that kind of person do you consider to be a true criminal?
Do you think that immigrant criminals should be in America? Do you think that it's okay for him to deport these specific types of people?
I think, because for me, like, real criminals are, like, serial killer. Like, if I think of a drug dealer, I would think of, like, the ones who sell, like, kilos. Like, the big guns, you know what I mean? Not, like, these minor ones who, like, sell to keep their family afloat. Like, I don't... If that's your hustle and that's what you need to do, by all means do it, because that's not my life. I don't know your deal.
I would do it too, though, in a
Yeah.
state like that. But, like, do you think it's right for him to just throw them out of the country rather than keep them locked up?
I mean, it varies. Like, I do believe in, like, second chances, but you kind of would have to go person by person to really see what kind of person they are.
Lots of screening, yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, that could take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money. If they're legal, then, I mean, they can't really be... I mean, they'll be touched as far as, like, you know, the regular extent of the law because they're legal.
Yeah.
I also think, like, if they're here illegally but also want to get a citizenship or a visa,
then they should stay.
yeah.
Like, I'm afraid that those kinds of people who want to be American and stay in America and, like, become a citizen, who truly want a better life and are not doing it the wrong way, I think to deport these people without proper screening would be messed up. And I know that's not what he's saying he's going to do, but, like...
I know. That's why I feel like if there's good screening, then, I mean... Why aren't we doing that already? I feel like we are in some sense, but maybe not as intense.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know. It's really... Like, do you think the country will be safer with these criminals, these immigrant criminals out?
I think if, in the event, he did kick out all illegal immigrants, period. I just think now we're really gonna know, like, how much crime there is just with our own people.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was about to say, we'll know how much crime there is in America with Americans. Because there's lots of crime. There's lots of crime in middle America, too. I'm sorry. Y'all act like you're saints and everything. There's a lot of murders in your woods and shit. Like,
it's just like, we don't live there, so we don't hear about it, for one.
I know. It's crazy.
And then it's just...
And I just want to say, this podcast is our podcast. We can say whatever we want. Backlash if you want, but these are our opinions. They are not scripted opinions, so we're pretty much word vomiting. But, like, I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks about my opinion because it's my opinion.
It's an opinion. If you can't agree to disagree with anyone ever, then you're going to have a really hard time in life already.
Yeah, it's like recently I went out and this guy was a Republican and he was talking about, you know, Hillary being a criminal and Hillary sucking and whatever the hell. I took it upon myself to be like, okay, that's what you think. Did I sit there to argue with this man? No, I didn't, because what is that going to do for me? Absolutely nothing.
It's
and
like,
I think
of
that's
course,
what people have an issue with.
It's like, of course, I love to hear different opinions. But, you know, like anyone, there's going to be times where I don't really care about your opinion because I just don't. Like,
I just look at... it's kind of like... Did you ever see... did you ever read Charlie Brown comics? I know this is really random, but...
Yeah.
There's one comic that I love so much, and I live by it. I carry it with me all the time in my mind, and it's... Charlie Brown is arguing with somebody, and she's telling him that she's right, he's wrong, and he says to her, just because you sound like you're right does not mean you're right. And I feel like there's some crazy stuff that these Republicans or Trump supporters that are saying are really wrong, like morally wrong. But I don't, like, I say that to them. I'm like, okay, you may think you're right, but like, I'm just going to sit back and be like, okay, like,
oh yeah,
just keep thinking that, like, I'm not going
like
to sit and argue with somebody.
someone's wording could be amazing, like, and just out of a thesaurus. That doesn't mean that what they're saying is true. Like,
Still sounds psychotic. I mean, that goes for me too. I'm pretty sure there's lots of things that I say that are wrong, and people are like, "Bitch, shut up." But you know, it's just crazy. This whole world right now, we are going against each other. We're a country that's divided, and we shouldn't be divided, and we should stick together. Is what we need to do.
I mean, at the end of the day, don't be a crazy person. Watch your back, at least for right now. Unfortunately, I have to say that. We're supposed to be the land of the free, and people are like, but your opinion's different! Like, really?
Land of the free, but we're not allowed to think this way. Yeah, it just makes absolutely no sense. And I'm like really over talking about this subject.
But I mean, do you think we're gonna have any more to say after this? Except for maybe like his inauguration. Put it that way.
Every day we're gonna have something to say.
Of course, but I mean, like, besides his inauguration and probably the first year.
I think the country's just gonna stay the same right now. I think it's gonna keep on fighting if nothing's done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, put it this way.
It's gonna be rough, though.
We chose this episode to make it this topic because it wouldn't feel right to just kind of be like, oh, let's talk about the new trending topics and like act like nothing's happening.
It's a special episode, and it's also good for us because we get a chance to vent a little bit because, as you can see, we are not happy about the election. I mean, that's just our opinion. That's how we feel right now. Maybe you're happy about it, but we are not. So it's just a really good outlet for us to talk about it. And if you guys agree with anything or disagree, feel free to leave a comment in this comment section if you're listening to this on YouTube. We definitely want to know your opinion. We're not saying anyone's opinion is wrong, but we would love to know. And you can also check us out at toxicvolume.com for other random updates. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of the week.
You just listened to Toxic Volume with Ad and Zara.
Make sure to check us out at our website at www.toxicvolume.com for more.
You have been listening to the Sinister Dreamcast Network. For more from Sinister Dream Productions, check out www.sinisterdream.com.